Hi, guys, gals, non-binary pals, and all my gender non-conforming friends out there. This is Hope Love coming back at you with, you. So, we talked about in the last episode how it's important to know you and time management and how we need to know you and how we get to know you and all that great stuff with sitting with our work. But now here again is another good reason. So, characters. Right? What are the first characters that pop into your mind from any TV show or something? Anything, honestly, just think about it. For mine, personally, I think about Lance and Keith from Voltron, Legendary Defenders. And I also think of Luke Skywalker and Mara Jade, of course, from Star Wars and from the Legends continuity of Star Wars and canon. I'm hoping it could be canon. We're just gonna wait. Oh my god, did any of you guys see, any peeps out there, see the Mandalorian finale? Oh, phenomenal. I will not spoil it for you, but it's phenomenal. And the whole entire season could have been its own movie. It really could have. But chances are you think of those characters because you relate to those characters. Now, you relate to those characters because, you understand their points of view, their motives. You get them because you've lived life like them. They are like you. No, they may not be, a swimmer or a cheerleader or some professional athlete or a TikToker or a historian. They may be up in the air, flying around and shooting at some people. But bottom line is, you get them not because, oh look, we're so different, or blah blah blah. You get them because you really understand them. You don't go, well, this person's super cool and I like this and that or whatever. Yeah, you may like those things, but you don't necessarily just go, well, I like your hair, so I instantly like you. That's not, exactly a thing that we tend to do. Like, it's like, oh, I like your hair. I like you. I understand you. I get you. No, that's not, okay? I mean, here is a characteristic or a character trait that, reflects that person. And hey, if it's dyed, that's awesome. If it's dyed some unnatural color and you would totally love to do that and you're already friends with that person and you have a lot of common and stuff and you watch like anime, you see what I'm saying. You have to be able to relate yourself to other people but also to your characters, getting into their shoes. We talked about this in talking about POV and motives, but to truly be a good writer, teacher, professor, just whatever, to just simply teach people and tell a story, just doing justice to everyone and everything. You have to be able to get into their mindset. You have to be able to understand them. And I know, that sounds like a bunch of definitives and like, why do I have to understand this one character to do an edit on them? Or to write a fanfic on them? Or, to write their POV in a fanfic. I mean, they're not even the main character. Well, if you want your fanfiction to be good, duh. If you want your edit to be good, yes, you have to understand these things, these traits, the reasons why you are attracted to that person, because they have that familiarity to you, because you get them, because they're like this. We have to see that in our characters. And when you sit with your work, you learn how to do that. You really do. But you have to learn how to put on many hats as a person. See many things as a person. Do many things as a person in this great, big world, the universe, whatever. Honestly, you have to be able to see it from all sides, and not just see, okay, they want this, and this is why. You have to understand that they want that, and that is why. You gotta understand why. If that cannot be done, then you lose the communication. You lack the communication, and you lack the effectiveness. That's the whole entire thing with being a writer or a teacher or a firefighter or anything out there. If you cannot understand another person, on a deeper level, sometimes it's going to be a problem, a block in the road. We are, as people, are going to have to work with many people in our lives. And now we have to learn how to get into character. How to get into what you were feeling in the song. What this character is feeling. Who this person, that you're reading in history is feeling. They're not that different than you are. And yeah, I get it. You're probably like, if you're a historian, well, George the Third, if you're a younger historian, did this and that, and I don't get that, and I don't get that. Well, maybe think, okay, well, George the Third was probably dyslexic, so he never really learned how to read or write properly. They assumed him to be dumb. So without already being frustrated and now being picked on, the people around him not actually caring always about the good of the country rather than the good of themselves. That's another thing. And those things add on. They build up. relating to things, seeing the unknown and looking at this like, oh, I already know this. That's it. We have to be able to do that. And look, I know no one is perfect. I am not perfect, okay? You are not perfect. We are not perfect. Just how the world works. And I know that it's not going to be a thing that we do every single day on a consistent basis, okay? Like, do it day, night, eat, sleep, repeat it without even having to put effort into it. No, it's going to take some work and some time. But if you put that at your forefront, if you realize it, if you practice it more, you will realize when you weren't being as considerate to others. And that will just make the world better. And understanding how other people will see things and how you see things. It'll help you teach. It'll help you set the example for being this person who is consistent and is nice and is always ready to put in the work where it needs to be put when it does and has the quality work. You realize it more the more you think about doing it. And the more you do, the more it goes from just being a thing you have to think about to a thing that you just do. And when it does, your writing will get better. Your reading will get better. Your understanding to the world will get better. And really getting into a character's head, and anyone's head, is key for that. So this week, day, month, New Year's resolution if you want, though those aren't always usually kept. I challenge you to do that, to see that. Because when you think more about that stuff, you'll start thinking, why do I like this character? Why am I so, why is it this? Is it that? It'll go into your fanfic. And it is very important. Very. We will get back to, of course, why it is important in the next episode, but until then, I hope you have a great everything, and I will see you. I will see you next time. No matter how long you take in between watching or listening to these, it doesn't matter as long as you get it. As long as it